Thank you for listening. This is Wait, That's Fantastic. Are you serious? That's hilarious. Wait, that's fantastic. Oh my god. Crap, did I just say that? Anyone else thinking this? Believe in yourself. Anything's possible. Here's some more Wait, That's Fantastic. Thanks for listening to Wait, That's Fantastic. Well, welcome back, episode 2. If you've gotten here, God bless you. I definitely am appreciative. I am literally starting out with, I'm not even sure, 0 listeners. So I just want you to know that every step of the way, anybody that is listening to the words coming out of my face, that I'm forever grateful for you. As I said in the first one, I will pick a topic and basically babble about it and say some really cool shit and some really stupid shit, and you can sit and listen and go, what the hell? And then you can add your 2 cents in, and then people communicate, and it's cool. So that's where I'm going. Today, I want to let y'all in on a little secret. And before you roll your eyes, it's a real topic. I have a little issue. Are you listening? It's called anxiety. I know you were hoping that I would say something funny there, and for lack of better word, I tried, but my anxiety wouldn't let me. And that's what anxiety is. It's a piece of shit, and I hate it, but it is a reality in my life. I know some of you are probably thinking of turning this off just right now because I am not about that kind of negativity. And God bless you, because that's a beautiful mentality to have in some cases. I wish I had that in more cases in my life, because then maybe anxiety could, take a back seat to all the other things I hold dear in my life. But for anybody that shares this horrible experience, I'm sure you can relate. And if you don't, I know it may sound shallow or meaningless or even kind of phony, but I'm happy for you. Anxiety is an existence of thoughts and feelings that are not even real, but feel so freaking real that you can't overcome them without a small panic attack and a lot of woosah. And even then, that doesn't work sometimes. Anxiety can quickly turn into depression if you lose your handle on it, and it can take and suck all of the fun out of a beautiful life. You could be sitting next to somebody that has every dollar in the world, the perfect job, the perfect car, the perfect spouse, and 3 beautiful children. You could think they don't live paycheck to paycheck and they have a beautiful house. What are they upset about? And you know what sucks is it's usually the smallest of things. But anxiety makes it feel like it's going to become so unbearable that you better worry about it right now and with all your might, and it better be all you think about, and you are so screwed. And then there you are. You no longer have control of your emotions in that moment. It is debilitating. It is sad. And it also can make you a strong fucking person. A lot of people that see people that go through this who don't understand at all, I feel for them, but I can see their point of view. And that's taken a lot of years to be able to do. Because to anyone outside looking in, they're thinking, you're worried about that? You don't have to worry about that. That's not a real problem. Let it go. If anyone quotes the Disney song, I shall not repeat, I swear. Anyhow, laugh. The art form of letting go of topics and stressors and triggers that causes a person with anxiety is not an art that we possess so freely. We not only stress about things that people don't always understand, we stress about things that haven't even happened yet. I love it. There's a meme that says, why worry about something twice? If you sit there and worry about something, you're living it twice. You're literally putting yourself through it twice, when you might not have to live it at all, or maybe just live through it once. Part of anxiety is always feeling the need to be prepared for every little thing in life that could go wrong. And therefore, you miss out on a lot of things that go right. Sometimes you fuck up things that were going right merely because you thought maybe something might go wrong and you got to prevent it. Does any of this sound familiar to anybody else, or am I on my own? That's another fear. That you're all on your own and all of these crazy thoughts that everyone tells you are crazy, but they're not crazy. They're opportunities. And you're probably like, in what? Driving myself freaking crazy? No, they're opportunities for you to overpower and strengthen and go, I don't deserve to be stressed out about that today. I don't have to let myself get there. And even if it takes you half the day to get there, like there are days for me that I will wake up sad. Everything's going fine. I mean, I have my daily usual stressors just like anyone else, but yet I wake up with this heaviness, this sadness that makes it hard to get up and feel positive or even just feel normal. Smile on my face in front of my kids is the hardest thing I'll do all freaking day. Sometimes I don't succeed. Sometimes they see me sad or quiet, reserved, not cracking jokes like I usually would. And that sucks. But I have noticed that if you truly remind yourself that it's all okay, and you take a deep breath and you pick one thing. This is what I do. I pick one thing and I go, that has to be done today, Amanda. No matter how sad you are, no matter how upset you are, focus on that one thing. Get out of bed. You don't have to put on makeup. You don't even have to shower. Just make yourself presentable and go do that one thing. Don't even have to leave your house if you don't want to. Just that one thing. And I focus on that one thing. And most of the time, I found that it leads to doing that second thing that, okay, that'll help your day out tomorrow if you just do that. And before you know it, I've fulfilled at least a half day of getting shit done that needs to be done. And I feel like I've won a battle that no one knew about, but it's such a success for me. And I know that seems like a shitty way to live, but I am very grateful for being able to slowly maintain a handle on living in that way on those days that I feel hopeless. And I'm hoping by sharing this, maybe someone else might hear this and go, that sounds really stupid, but I'm gonna try it because maybe it'll work for them. And if you don't suffer from anxiety, like, that's awesome. Like, that is the ultimate goal for everybody. But you might be friends with, or are married to, or are related to someone that lives life like this on a lesser or greater scale. And maybe they don't know how to explain it. Or maybe you see similar behavior. Just know they're not doing it on purpose. They're not trying to be a freaking pain in the ass. They're not trying to be negative. They're not trying to be your bad vibe. They're just trying to get through the day. What truly helps in those situations is, it's very simple. Reassurance. Trying to cheer someone up that's fighting thoughts of negativity and thoughts of, oh, I screwed that up. I'm not good enough. Screw that. Oh my God, why? This, that. Oh, what if that happens? That kind of happened. Did it? Not really, maybe? I don't know. It's self-inflicted pain at its best. Understand it's a constant job. It's a constant effort. When things are going fucking south for someone that has anxiety, it's 10 times worse. But for someone that really is trying to get better, it can be very hard when they feel alone in it. You don't really have to cheer those that suffer with anxiety up. That's the thing. Trying to cheer them up kind of stresses us out more. Although I'll never turn down positivity, when I'm feeling my saddest, I try to get a handle on it on my own. And like I said, lately I have just been like, no, get your ass out of bed, Pick one thing, go do it, and wish for the best. And hopefully that leads to 2, 3, 4, 5, and then at the end of the day, you will no longer feel sad. You'll feel accomplished and happy. And it's become such a mantra of mine that I literally wake up in the morning going, nope, fuck you, sadness. I got this shit to do. And if I do that, then tomorrow I won't feel like shit. There's a better chance that I'm not going to feel like shit tomorrow because I did this today. I am exercising the demons, if you will, before they start. And it is working for me. I am not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, nor have I ever visited one. Again, I'm new at this podcasting, so if I say something that's a little off or it's meant innocently, I never mean to offend. And I'm not trying to give any medical advice, please no. But it has been working for me, and it has allowed me to regain some of the control in my life when it comes to my emotions. And talk to people. Find someone who can have the patience with what you're going through and talk out the things that are in your mind, because it really does help. Even if you don't want to tell them every detail, because if it sounds weird to you, it's going to sound weird to them. Like, I get that. Just run over the basics. Let someone else hear and make sure that person is empathetic and will know that you're vulnerable and you just need some backup. And never let yourself think you're a weak person, because fuck that. It is not weak to feel sadness stronger than others. And it doesn't make us any better than anyone else either. The way I see it, we're all the same. We just get there in our own way. I always loved it. My mom had this saying about religion. People, she was very outspoken and believed in her, she believed with conviction. If she believed in something or somebody, she let nothing get in her way. You could always count that if she said this day, she's going to say it again tomorrow. She's not switching up. She is who she is, and that's it. And that really was evident when she got in a discussion with someone about religion. And I believe it was at a doctor's office or something. I can't even remember. It wasn't anybody we knew, and it wasn't even in this state. But she got in a conversation with somebody about religion and which was the better religion. No, you know what? There was a bunch of people. It was like a group conversation at a doctor's office, which is probably mind-blowing in this day and age that there was a common conversation about religion. But anyway, they were all voicing their opinions on what religions they were and why they felt so drawn to them. And they asked her, what is your religion? And she was very honest. She said, I was raised Baptist. My husband is Catholic, and we're raising my child Catholic. But if you're going to ask me which religion is better, which one I like most, I have only but one answer. And that is, we all pray to the same God. We just have different ways of getting there. And if I didn't look at my mom like the badass she was in that moment, I don't know, can I say badass and talk about religion in the same sentence? Oh, screw it. God made me. He knows what he's got jokes. Let's just put it that way. My point is, I thought it was the coolest response. Because it's true. She instilled a faith in me that is unwavering. I love God with everything in my being, and I don't see that as a problem. Even if I was sitting next to someone that didn't believe in God, we all have our ways of believing in any idea, in any God, in any faith-driven or non-faith-driven or science or anything else. But we just have our own way of getting there, and it's all okay. And because of that, because of her way of thinking when it came to religion, she also instilled that in me when it came to people. Just because I feel things stronger doesn't make me any less or more than the person next to me who has a routine and sticks to it and reacts to things the way any other adult would and is considered, quote unquote, the norm. I know you thought I jumped in a rabbit hole and lost complete topic, but I didn't. It was coming back. I just had to swing around that last curve. Anyway, you are not a weak person because you feel things stronger. You're not a weak person because You can't pull yourself out of bed this morning as easily as you did yesterday, and there's no explanation for it, and no one really understands why. It makes you stronger as an individual for yourself. And that's what that fight's about. Every day, getting a little bit stronger so that way we can reach our own personal norm. And when you look at it that way, all of a sudden the anxiety, hopefully, at least for me, no longer became, oh my God, they're gonna be so mad at me because I'm not myself, or I'm not there, or I didn't do good enough, or I'm sad today, or whatever. All that goes away. For me and my anxiety, the way that I have tackled it on a daily basis sometimes, and then sometimes I have a good couple of weeks and then bam. But I always remind myself, focus on that one thing. Remind myself this is a battle that, yes, I am dealing with within, but I'm not alone. That it doesn't make me any less of a person, but my own personal norm is to get stronger every single day. And to do that, this is what I do. And that's what's given me the strength to finally get my ass in gear on this podcast, because I was way too focused on what it took to start it. I was too scared to get in the booth. I was too scared to say the words, to worry about what could come of this, what negative could come of this, and would I be able to deal with it if it comes? And then I realized I'm doing this for me, and I hope it helps you. And then I grow a little, and that's a cool thing. I'm trying to push my personal limits. And when you look at it that way, it becomes a much easier fight. We all say we are our worst critics, and that's for dang sure is a real statement, yeah. In things that are passing. But we're living life. These are things that affect our futures and what goals we attain. And I'm all about the goals. I'm all about the confidence. If you listen to my last podcast, I'm all about making shit happen. And just because I'm introvert, I'm antisocial, and I like to stay home 99.99999% of the time, because me and people don't mix. And that's not a bad thing. And I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just my personality, and I'm cool with that. When you attain those things and accept those things for this kind of personality, it becomes fun to try new stuff, because you realize you're doing it for you, and you need to block out. Oh my God, if anyone else listening to this just thought, block out the haters, I'm so sorry. But my point is, if you share some of the struggles I've talked about, I'm just sharing what I'm doing to try and get through them. And even if you don't struggle from those, and you know someone that does, this might give you some insight. This might give you some peace of mind of what they're going through, and it might make more sense for you. And then you'll become closer to someone that you probably do want to keep in your life. And that's cool too. And the most beautiful thing about it all is if we all keep this open mind and the want to help others in a way that is most positive. I hope that there'll be a day where those that suffer from anxiety will find the fight just a little less daunting. Anyhow, I believe that I have talked your ear off quite enough on the topic. Comment, start a conversation. I will. Here's a question. What do you do to deal with your anxiety? How do you battle that beast? Whether it be daily, weekly, every other day, bi-daily, bi-monthly, how do you conquer it for yourself? Let's start a conversation and see who it helps. Thank you for listening once again. This is Amanda, and you just listened to Wait, That's Fantastic. Have a great day. That's enough.